What up, though? And welcome to the Boss Up Ball Out podcast, your home for organic debate about Detroit Lions news and rumors. It's your man, Curt Steele. Happy Victory Friday. Again. Another one. On today's show, we recap and react to the Lions 23-20 skin a teeth victory over the Bears yesterday on Thanksgiving. Please do us a quick favor, like the video, share it with other Lions fans like yourself. If you enjoy the content and you keep coming back, please subscribe to the channel. We're on our way to 3,000 subscribers, and we are currently at 2515. Now it's time to bring in our co-host for today's show. Of course, y'all know he had yams all over his plate yesterday because he keeps yams on deck. It's the ladies' pet, the men's regret. You ain't seen nothing yet. The highest player from the Himalayas. Your auntie's favorite content creator, LL Cool Torch. What's going on, my dude?
Good morning, everybody. Happy Victory Friday.
Man,
second victory day of the week.
Second victory day. We had a victory Monday, then we got a victory Friday, man. I'm liking that, man. And y'all know who it is, man. It's the hardest working man down there in Jackson, Michigan, man. He be cooking food. He be coaching kids. He be running fades. It's the Wolverine who?
Hey, Curt said, welcome black. No pun intended. Coach Mike Jones, what's going on, Lion fans?
Man, y'all know how we get down, man. If you're new to the channel, you know how that show works. We look at Detroit Lions news, headlines, or takes. If we agree, we say they are bossed up. Disagree, we say they are balled on. We give our reasons why we agree or disagree. No hot takes here, man. Just our true thoughts and opinion and natural debate about what's going on with our favorite team, the Detroit Lions. Man, that was a game yesterday. You know what? I'll say this. It's always a tough game when you play a divisional opponent. And started off hot on fire on the offense, but still kind of bogged down the red zone. But let them jokers creep back in the second half. We did something we had done all season long. We gave up multiple touchdown passes, 3 of them to the Bears. Now, I will say this, you know, when you're a little short-handed sometimes, it ain't bit us in the behind yet, but it was so close to biting us in the behind yesterday. So I'll say a win is a win, a divisional win is definitely a win, and that counts for even more because that keeps us ahead. Now, I'll say this. Different fans in the division, and even some Lions fans, stop moving the goalposts for the Lions. You know what that means? Okay, stop holding us to a different standard than everybody else. Okay, we know we've had some blowout wins, but a win in the NFL is a win in the NFL.
Right.
Stop calling us frauds. A Vikings fan calls us a fraud. You're a fraud. But y'all had to go to overtime to beat the Bears last week. Well, we're frauds. And
the Vikings is frauds, though. Like, you know, their history is fraud. Like even more recent history. You know, they signed the guy that showed that they are frauds. So they should just shut up. Enjoy Daniel Jones.
Yeah, I mean, stop moving the goalposts, man. Like, you can't expect it's the NFL. You can't expect the Lions to win by 30 every week or blow teams out every week.
The Chiefs don't do it.
Yeah. So, and y'all and they right there at the top of the power rankings, right with the Lions. So, a win is a win. It is what it is, man. Stop moving the goalposts for the Lions, man. Stop holding this team to a different standard than you hold anybody else, man. It is because we're up there, one of the best teams in the league. Don't mean that you ain't gonna have a tough game from now and then. Look at what happened with the Steelers last week. They went into Cleveland and got rocked by the Browns, and they were up there with one of the best teams in the league too.
Part of that is the fact that people still want to hate because with the Detroit Lions, so they find any facet, any little wrinkle in any little chink in our armor to try to hate, and that's what it is, man. So I mean, if you looking at close victories as a hate, then come on and hate my brother. We're close victory our way to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, right. Definitely.
I mean, I said it, just real quick because you said about just something to add on to what both of y'all said, but most of those people that's saying that is either if they're Lions fans and the same ones are saying we need a loss for some stupid ass reason, and of course if they're not Lions fans and they just got to say whatever they want to say. But
I saw that. Yeah, I saw that.
Great,
Somebody said you need a lot. We need a loss.
a great African
We got
philosopher.
one.
Right. Oh, you're right. I mean, but like while we was winning, we don't need to whatever. But a great African philosopher has a quote. It says, "If they hate, then let them hate." And in this case, I'm gonna change it. So if they hate, then let them hate and watch these wins pile up.
Okay. All right. So let's talk about what we're going to talk about today. So yeah. No,
Curtis Jackson.
That's my guy right there. But today's topic, of course, man, Lions offense versus the Bears, defense versus the Bears as well. And you know how we get down when we do our post-game reaction recap show. Bossed up, balled out, players of the game, and the ball on player of the game. So I'm just a good win yesterday. I'll take it. I will never crap on a win. But we're gonna talk about offense first, man. LL, you up, my man? What you got, my dude?
I
want to hear this. I want to hear this first topic first. When you put it in the run sheet, I was like, yeah, I gotta hear this.
Well, yeah, man, I'm sick of being Johnson, dog. I have had my fill. I feel like in every game we can point to someone. We can say, what is Ben Johnson doing? He trying to be to this. He trying to be to that, or what the hell? In this game, I'm gonna just point to some of the things that's been happening. I finally figured it out, I guess. Like, it seemed like the offense kind of stalls on some of these games where we, and luckily we've been playing some teams that can't take advantage of that. This time we played a team that did take advantage of some of those. But everybody just rocking just fine, and the run game just stalled, man. This is my theory, and this is why I want to diss Ben Johnson. I think, and I'm not all the way serious on this, by the way, but I think that he calls bad run plays at some point in the game just so he can have the chance to call these gadget-ass plays or these passing plays just so he have a reason to try to get 3rd and 14 or 3rd and 13. You know what I'm saying? Just something, because it don't make sense. All of the running plays that work, they just stopped running them. It wasn't the thing. If you watch the game, wasn't the thing, they just made adjustments. Yeah, maybe, but they just wasn't running the same plays. You know what I'm saying? They stopped running Gibbs to the outside as much. They tried to run them inside. That's where Chicago is a little bit better at. They did some things that was kind of questionable to me with the run game, and that's why it stalled. And that's my joke of it, at least, is that he does that just so he can have a reason to draw up all those fancy plays.
So he got the hero syndrome, like they say, like some firefighters will start a fire just so they can put it out.
Yeah. Just start a small one just so he can. Oh, look at this. We gadget play over there, but special shout out to Sun Guy, man. He's a real good player. Seen him out there, pushing guys for the first down and things like that. But that's just the whole just centers around some of the play calling. Sonic and Knuckles had an excellent game. I don't have the numbers in front of me. Both of them was over 80 some odd yards, cooking, and then somehow the run game just stalled. And I personally believe that it was due to play calling. We got to see some action from J-Mo and things like that, all predicated off play action. And that's again why you kind of need to keep the run game at least healthy looking. You know what I'm saying? Just call the, I don't know. Maybe I'm just misbasing that, but I just felt like that we didn't stick to what works as far as it goes with the run game. Another excellent thing to see was your boy Sammy Laporta. Sammy 2 times on this one. He's getting back to what he was. I never thought that he was going to have another season like he did last year. That's those things kind of work like that. But people get tape on him, people make adjustments. He has been hurting, things like that. But whenever he gets opportunities, he does perform. So shout out to Sammy Laporta, man. I wasn't mad at the game overall. I think it was one of those. I guess since we was all with family yesterday, I used this term. A couple of games ago, it was like the all right. Last week, it was like the all right now. And I'm sorry, last week was the all right. This week was the all right now. And I think we got to straighten some things up. Got to get it. Dan Campbell said it himself, though, but we got a lot of things to clean up before the next game be the I done told you. So, what do y'all think about that?
Yeah, for real. I'll say this, man. The offense, for me, I'm looking at it, man. Sonic and Knuckles did their thing yesterday. They introduced themselves at the same time when they did play introductions. They came out together. I like to see that. They had the whole Sonic and Knuckles pregame come on with the jackets and then the characters. Feeling that. Gibbs, man, uncharacteristically just fumbled in the red zone, man. That changed that momentum going on to halftime.
Mm-hmm.
I think that the game would have got out of. That game would have been pretty much out of reach if they'd have got that touchdown. but I think he was just looking to score, and he lost focus on that on ball security, and he came up and got racked by Stevenson. He put the hit on him, but the duo had a great game, man. Total scrimmage yards for the two combined, 228 yards. Both had 100 scrimmage yards. They had 80 something in the run game, and then both caught passes that put them over 100 each. So yeah, that's what it is on that, man. And Laporta didn't have a bunch of yards, but his impact was felt in the red zone. Those two tutties were huge down there at the goal line, man. I like the fact that he and Goff got back on the same page, man. I think overall the offense played well enough to win. They didn't play well in the fourth quarter. The Bears. Now I will give the Bears the credit where credit is due. The Bears held the ball they had the ball a lot in the second half, and we just couldn't stop them. And it's hard to get a rhythm of offense when your defense is on the field the whole time. You just can't really get that rhythm on offense, man. And we had some penalties, some dumb penalties. We'll talk about that later.
Yeah. And
that missed field goal by Bates fell for the who was that? The Jim Nash jinx. You know what I'm saying? Talk about.
But, he was like, "Oh, I'm sorry." I'm like, "No, it's too late, brother.
It's too late now." But
but
I'm not mad at the offense, man. It is one of those games where you're not gonna have a perfect game all the time. We're just kind of getting spoiled as Lions fans of running up the score, but you can't run up the score on every team because it is impossible because they got good players on their team too. So,
you know what? I give both of y'all boss up, and this is why. Because you said something, Curt, that really stuck out to me is Sam Laporta had 3 catches for 6 yards, and 2 of them was touchdowns.
Yeah, 2 touchdowns.
Like 3 catches for 6 yards and 2 touchdowns. Like that's the most ridiculous fancy stats I think I've ever seen in my life. Besides like him and Joseph Fourier, that's rebirthing him. But yeah, man. And then too, LL, what you said about the reason why Ben Johnson just went away from the run, because they had 34 passes and they had 33 runs.
Or 32. One with Jared Goff.
Well, I think that sneak by Jared Goff was a rush. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. But that it's when you averaging over 4 yards a carry with Montgomery and you averaging 9.7 yards with Gibbs, you know what I'm saying? And I don't understand why you just go away from the run like that. So Ben Johnson, yeah, you probably get like a half a smack, because I mean when you home, right? Mm-hmm. That run to pass ratio gotta be leaning more towards the 52%, 53% run to 47, 48% pass. And right now it's 34, 33 past the run, and I don't like that. That's not the recipe for success. And we was ahead. So there's no reason why we was passing that damn much. Mm-hmm. But with that being said, it was a workman's like victory, man. Hopefully Decker be back. You know what I'm saying? On that left side, man, and hopefully we start to get guys back a little bit healthy, man. So, but yeah, man. that was a little too close for me. It was too close for my comfort. I was sitting over there, my man's over here. He was on the couch, like, you know what I'm saying? I seen his hair. I see him doing the Britney Spears. I seen all of that. So, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Yeah, man. Hey, like the video, share the video, comment on the video. All these things help us get this content to more Detroit Lions fans just like yourself. Make sure you check out the crew over at Lions Nation Unite, man. They do some great things over there. Herman Moore and those cats doing over there, man. You got Mike over there. You got my man's from the Woodward Heavyweights. You know what I'm saying? They hang out over there. My man Dan from Lions Talk Live. The Brit Regret. My man Anthony from Rhode Lions UK, or I like to call him Jason Statham Jr. You know how I get down, Carl. That's my guy right there. You know, a veteran of Free for All Fridays, man. You know how we get down. But it's time to talk about defense, man. And Coach Jones, man, you up? This is your topic, of course, man. What you got?
Yeah, man. So first, let's start off, man. I just want to say that was a spectacular first half by the defense. we shut them down. Like it was, I think I called my dad like 2 or 3 times because you know what? I'm just gonna segue into this real quick, and I'm gonna get back to what I was about to talk to. My dad kind of get under my skin a little bit. Him and my uncle Curtis, and it's only because they from Alabama, but they don't like the Lions. They love Alabama, but they just can't stand the Lions. I'm like, why? How? When three of our biggest playmakers is from Alabama. Y'all confuse me. But anyways, let's get back to this, man. Four and a half sacks by the D line, man. Yeah. That was one of my keys to victory on Monday's show, man. Was we had to have the D line play and make up for that back end of the defense, man. And because they worked hand in hand, man. And that DJ Reader coming up big, man. He came up big with them 2 sacks, man. D Jizzle, and also Zadarius Smith with a sack and a half, man. And then Muhammad came in with his half a sack as he combined with Zadarius Smith on that sack, man. That key sack, that pivotal sack. So yeah, man, I just think the D line did what they were supposed to do. They held Swift to, I think he had like 40-something yards rushing. Yeah, man. I mean, Caleb Williams did get loose a few times, but all in all, man, D line did what they were supposed to do to hold that game down, man. So shout out to the D line, because they even with Pascal going down, man. I did see him stand on the sideline. So I
he
didn't know if he
came
was
back,
gonna go back in. Oh yeah, he did. Okay, yeah.
but he didn't have. When I seen him standing, he didn't have his helmet. They had called that part out.
Yeah. So let's. Oh man. And a shout out to Khalil Dorsey, man, because he did have a few little plays we like. Dang, you probably could have did something different, but all in all, man, Khalil Dorsey had a pretty good game, man. I give Khalil Dorsey props, man, because he looked way better than Kendall Vildor did last week. So, Khalil Dorsey, shout out to you for for holding it down, man, and because you did some things out there, man, that you really wouldn't expect from a backup, man. You kind of stayed with guys, man, and that was big. That was big, man. And even though Vildor tried to sneak in his little mishaps, he tried to sneak him in. He tried to sneak him in.
I got something for you on that one, but keep going. Keep going.
I know, because Vildor did play a good game for most of the time, but then he did play pretty good. But there was a couple of times where he let last week creep back in. Like, oh no, he must have thought it was on again. But you know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. Then the last but not least, man, these goddamn injuries get on my nerves. Man.
I was like, let the clock go out so we can stop getting injured.
Please, so we can just go home. And then the thing that makes it even worse is we got 3 games in 12 days. Like usually when you play on Thursday, you got a 10-day until the next day you play. Nope, we back up on Thursday again. Yep. And it's like, man, it's tough, man. It's gonna be brutal on the body. That's probably why a couple guys, Decker probably got held out because he was probably trying to be ready for the Packer game, man. And man, just them injuries, man. This is,
I think
they're taking a toll.
I think Davis too was like that too.
Yeah,
I think Davis too.
Because if you look at it, we got injuries at all 3 levels of the defense. All 3 levels of the defense got injuries. The back end, the front end, linebacker, we got injuries everywhere, and it's just.
You just gotta keep playing,
man. Hey, what Bernie Mac did making me nervous.
Yeah, man, making me nervous, man. Yeah, I feel you. I feel you on that, man. You definitely get a bossed up, man, on all those good takes, man. For me, as far as the defense, man, the defensive line played well, man. You got McNeil, Smith, and Muhammad. They all got to Williams with some pressure, and that half a sack was on. Ezekiel Turner.
Turner.
Yeah. Aquadine Muhammad got a full sack by himself. But he provided this is my thing. What he did, he proved why he's in Detroit and why James Houston is in Cleveland. I mean, and that helped seal the game. You know, he had some big plays. He had that pass defended. You know what I'm saying? With the ball hitting him in the back of the helmet. You know.
Yeah.
I mean, it still counts as a pass breakup because yeah, it is what it is. But yeah, I like the D line. They had a great game, man. And big up to DJ Reader, man. He had a monster game, man. So did Lee McNeil. He got a lot of pressures too, man. People, a lot of stuff he didn't come up in the stat sheet, but you know, he made a difference, man. And I agree with you on Dorsey. He had a good game, man. And here's the sneaky stat on Vildor.
Oh God.
He allowed 2 catches for 14 yards. That's it.
Right.
I feel like that's a lie. I don't know it to be a lie.
Nope. 2 catches for 14 yards.
Yeah.
Were they 2 touchdowns? I don't believe it.
Nah.
I don't believe that.
Here's the deal. He got caught for that PI. That PI was weak. But here's the guys who gave up the most, the biggest plays. 2 veterans, or 2 guys that are starters. Amik Robinson got put in the blender.
Yeah, man.
By Allen Robinson, man. I mean, not Allen Robinson, but Keenan Allen.
Yeah, Keenan.
And then Brian Brett got smoked by DJ Moore.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the guys who get big plays up. Yes,
but you know, man, them 2 receivers, though, man, them is, man, they nasty,
man. But I had to give it to Keenan Allen. That route he put on Big Robinson was nasty. I was like,
he just chose wrong. You'll be a little kid. You ever you try to catch a grasshopper? Like you got to jump at him. That's
That's what he did. And on those injuries, man, Levi and Pascal, that's a big loss for the defensive line. Hopefully, with a full week of rest, what Dan Campbell said yesterday, he said, I think we can get those guys back, but the loss is going to be Rodrigo, and it may be I saw a tweet yesterday. It may be an ACL for him. Might be a major injury for Rodrigo, but we still got David Long to sign. Hopefully, we just signed that guy, and then Ezekiel Turner, who had the half sack yesterday. They can step up and and stay in there with Captain Jack and Neiman and Nowoski until Anzalone and Germ can get back from injured reserve here. So I think next week or after next week's game, Germ can come back, and I think he got another week too. So I think we'll see Anzalone more toward the playoffs than we would see him anywhere else. But
allegedly he'd be cool by Christmas.
Yeah, so we got about another month for him. So those injuries, man. I agree with you. Added up, man. But Vildor had a sneaky good game. It was 2 catches for 14 yards. That was it.
Don't say good.
I don't believe that.
Just say he had a decent game. Like because he almost, because 2 of them passes was dropped. One was dropped and then one was like airmailed. And then I seen Vildor around there somewhere. So
y'all just can't give him. Now I will say this: y'all know I gave him the business last week. He was my ball. He was the ball on player of the game last week, and I definitely agree with that because I say I'll give him a double ball on last week. But I can't do that to him this week because he didn't have his, because the bigger plays and especially the touch scoring plays were on Robertson and on Branch.
Yeah. I mean, I knew that would happen anyways, but they did that. But it was like that because they seen what happened last week. So they had him on the field limited snaps. That's what it was.
All right, what you got, LL defense?
Not to add too much to what you guys said. I give both of y'all's, takes, that big boss up right there. But I just want to shout out to my dog, man, Aleem McNeil. Curt, you called his name a couple times. So did you, Mike. But I give him credit for all 5 of them sacks, dog. He just a load in there. He a big old bull in there, man. You ever tried to move a deep freezer? Like that's how I imagine it is going up against him, man. I know I might have called Broderick the deep freezer or something like that. I feel like I should call Aleem McNeil that. And that's just because it fits aesthetically. He a big wide dude, man, and I don't know what he be doing to people for him to keep pulling his helmet off, because it seemed like it happened once or twice every single game. Like he's a magnet for them illegal hands to the face. So he be on them. So they got to get him off of him somehow. So that's what they doing. They trying to So keep going, my dog Aleem. That's all. I just wanted to shout him out, man.
Aleem the dream, man. Hey, like that video, share the video, comment on the video, man, and share with other Lions fans like yourself. Help us with this YouTube algorithm, man. definitely with that like, man. We try to get those likes up, man, and make sure you comment, and we'll interact with you in the chat. So definitely do that when we do our premieres, and then we'll interact because Coach Jones, he does a great job talking to you guys when he gets into the comment section of the videos, man. But let's look at the boss up all our players of the game. Gotta be Sam Laporta, man. Sam Laporta didn't have he didn't have the best game, but he was efficient. When you have two touchdowns on 3 catches, that's efficient work, man. 2 tutties. That just is what it is, man. And they came in key moments, man. And those were the scores that kind of kept the game at the point differential that it was, man. They made it harder, it made it where they had to score more points on the Chicago Bears. Bossed up, ball out player of the game on defense, got to be DJ Reader, man. 4 tackles, 2 sacks, 2 tackles for loss, and 3 quarterback hits. From what they said, that was his best statistical game all around since he's been in the league. That's saying something.
Wow.
That's saying something.
I mean, he is all across the board though. With that's like kind of like a quadruple double. In basketball. So yeah.
And then my ball on player of the game, man. I hate to say it, but my man J-Mo, ball on player of the game. He got sat down. He didn't come back into the game after he got that 15-yard penalty for taunting. Right. So he hit Stevenson in the face with the ball on the Bears sidelines. What the referees did not catch, and I understand why Jameson was pissed off. Stevenson tripped him. When he went, that's how J-Mo ended up on the ground. When he was on the ground, he got up. Stevenson
he did
tripped
more
him
than trip him. He did more than trip him, but yeah.
And then she chirped at Williams after he got off the ground. Now, J-Mo got to keep his composure, man. Got to keep playing because because what's the deal with the refs? You already know. You don't catch the first guy, you catch the second guy, right? You always catch the guy who's retaliating, and he put the lines way behind the chain, and that was the drive with the missed field goal. Now, I will say this. Williams apologized to the team on his own, unsolicited. Dan Cameron brought up press conference. He said he got in front of the team and apologized to everyone, and everyone has moved on from it because that's a big step for him. Because most times, a young player like that, they'll just kind of be like, well, whatever. But he stepped up and say, hey, man, that's my fault. I apologize to y'all. That cost us. And that's a big, a thing of growth, man, from J-Mo. And now I will say this, J-Mo from the Lou. If y'all know what the Lou is, that's St. Louis. He from the grind, man. He told, if you read that Dave Burkett article, man, about him, it was like when the guys came to recruit him for college from Ohio State, they would just gunfire outside, and they would just act like it didn't happen. Like they weren't running out, they weren't diving under the furniture or nothing. They were just out there shooting guns, and they were just like, okay, that's just where we live. So he from the Lou, and he was like, man, I'm gonna get my get back. You do that to me, I'm gonna get my get back. But you gotta stay composed and focused, man, because that put the lines behind the change. You have to be more cognizant of that, man. Because I won't say he didn't make big plays in the game. He did. He made some great plays. That hurdle was ridiculous, but you can't do plays you can't have something like that, man, because that puts the offense was already having a hard time catching a rhythm, and that puts you even more behind the sticks, man. So that's what my big thing with J-Mo was yesterday. I like J-Mo. I'm a praise him when he's doing good, but I gotta give it to him when he's doing the wrong thing too. I'm a big J-Mo defender. You know what I'm saying? I was one of the guys that defended him. When that BS came out, that story came out about the gun charges and all the other stuff. Like J-Mo, but you can't do that, man. You can't. You're putting your personal vendetta over the team, and you can't do that, man. But otherwise, man, you got who you guys want to mention about players of the game on offense, defense?
Man, I want to sneak my ball on player of the game, Ben Johnson. And it's not because I'm trying to pick on Ben Johnson. It's because Ben Johnson just be trying to do too damn much, man. Stop. Like I understand. Like he always trying to throw his little creative play. He tried to get Sewell a little rollout and a little, and Sewell did the smart thing and just tucked it. But he just it's like, man, he's such a great play caller, but then he just getting too much, man. It's like, you are not like we are not. He trying to be the Rams from the Super Bowl era. Like he trying to be like that,
The
and you
greatest
know
show
what
on
I'm
turf.
saying? Like, yeah, the creativity. Like, listen, man, pound the ball and stop playing, man. Before I grab hold of your ass. No, I'm just playing.
I mean, I get
I
what
know
you're
how
saying.
YouTube is acting nowadays, and people going to jail. So I'm just playing with your big dick. But I'm just saying, stop all of that, man. Just pound the ball.
I mean, you can be creative within the lines of the game and
You can
keep
be
it
creative within
yeah
the run game. Just stop.
within the run
Yeah,
game and within the passing game without the trick plays. I get what you. Not every now and then it's fun to run a trick play. I get
Yeah, it is. It
it's
is.
fun, but
Not every
can't
game.
it can't you only you make it predictable when you start doing it every game. I get what you're saying. Anything
yeah.
else you want to add, LL?
I'm just an honorable mention. I already said it, lean, but Malcolm Rodriguez, he was having a really good game up until that point. And of course, my ball down is a big old double helping of that Ben Johnson. I don't know, man. Like he just wants to be out there trying to go for third and I-75 or some craziness, man. He really wants that on him. I think, and maybe I'm wrong. Maybe Chicago really did step up and make an
Yeah,
adjustment.
they
But
got a good defense. Don't
yeah,
sleep
but
on
we
that.
was yeah, and they was cutting through that mud. You know what I'm saying? We was pounding
Mhm.
that rock. We was hitting them hard. So maybe it was something going on with the offensive line that we don't know about just yet. Maybe there's a reason for that adjustment,
I
but it
mean,
happens at every. It seems it happens at some point in every single game. Or
Mm-hmm.
it seems again, y'all. But yeah, so Ben Johnson, you better get it right, man.
man. All right, man. Hey, I hope you guys, everyone, had a happy Thanksgiving yesterday. I ate during we ate at halftime. That's when we ate.
Yep.
So we ate early. We was eating at halftime, and you know what I'm saying, got a chance to enjoy that plate and that second plate. You know what I'm saying, a little later on in the
Right.
day. So we got it in. Hey, do us a favor, man. If you haven't done so already, make sure you follow us on your favorite social media platforms. Coach Jones gets down over there on Wolverine Sports Talk. I post content from this show on all of my social media platforms, and man, green beans, potatoes, all them yams is on LL's
Ham, all that.
on Instagram page, man. He keep the yamage on his page. But last time for party shots on this Black Friday. If you're going out shopping this morning, man, I don't know why you would. You can do
Yeah, I
everything
forgot
online
about
now.
that.
But go ahead. But
My
time for
wife.
party shots for today's show, man. Coach Jones, what you got, man? Party shots
Man,
for this Black
my
Friday.
wife left out the house right before we went on air. So we started recording. And I'm like, oh Lord Jesus. But you know what, man? Just everybody love your family. Yesterday was a day of celebration, of joy. Hopefully you ate and you enjoyed your family, man. It's a lot going on out there in the world, man, and I'm glad that we have football, and football brings people together. As many people who don't really like football will come around and watch football on Thanksgiving, man, because football is just like that family feeling, man. I don't know no other sport that's like that. Maybe basketball in the '90s, you know what I'm saying? But like football got that real like we are here, we are tuned in, and it's like a family out there, man. And yeah, man, just and hey, get them leftovers popping, get that microwave zapping. I throw mine in the oven personally and warm it up, man. But hey,
Air
man,
fry.
yesterday I only ate one time. I didn't eat no breakfast. I didn't eat no dinner. I ate that big lunch. Yeah, yeah.
I had to tell you this. I I did my Thanksgiving morning stretch. Always eat a breakfast to stretch my stomach out so I can eat more lunch. All right, what you got?
Nah, shout out to my mom yesterday. She came through with the clutchest of sausage sandwiches before the food was done. So that kind of tied your boy over until it was
Mhm.
time for the big show. But I like that win yesterday. It was a tight win. A lot of a lot to clean up. Dan Campbell said it himself. But I like that because now at least it's expose a lot of things. Hopefully we'll get those things cleaned up. Like I said last week, was kind of like the all right. This week was the all right now, and we got a lot to clean up before we get to the I done told you so. shout out to the Lions, man. Good win yesterday. The thing that I really like about this team, which I keep repeating, is the responses. So I'm hopefully this will be a big opportunity for a big response with a big opponent coming up. So Ben Johnson, all of the stuff that you're gonna hear said about you, it's time to get, go out there with your angry face on. Offensive line, we're gonna be a little bit more whole next game. Go out there with your angry face on. Just we got enough to clean up to go out there to look good again next week. We don't need a loss to look good. That's why I really like this win, because it was, I guess, close enough to an almost loss that now it should shock y'all's ass into getting it right. So happy Friday. Enjoy your weekend. Wazam for my dog, Geronimo.
Yeah, for me, man, again, man, thank you for everyone for tuning in with us right here at the Boss of Ball Out Podcast, your home for organic debate about Detroit Lions newsroom as we continue to grow. We appreciate your support. Everyone who's keep finding us from Detroit Lions on the Prowls Day, we appreciate you. All our new guys that's coming over, guys and gals, we appreciate you as well, man. I hope everyone had that great Thanksgiving, man. Man, we ate early. Me and my wife, I said, we cooked so early, and we kind of did that the last few years, but we want to be chilling the rest of the day, so we ain't got to be in the kitchen all the live long day. But she made that bomb mac and cheese yesterday, man. Had that dressing, had that turkey with some gravy, man, on that thing. I don't eat pork, so I don't do the ham. They had a little ham, man. I don't do the booty noodles either, man. I don't do those, man.
It's funny that you said that about the live long day, because we was kids, a family come in town, everybody everybody start cooking Wednesday night.
Mm-hmm.
And all the way up until it seemed like Thursday night. And that's, as a kid, I would joke and say, is this the live long day? Because they be everything, it just be, how y'all cooking this long? It's like nobody stops cooking for almost a whole day, it seems. But I just thought that was funny that you said the live long day.
The yams, the greens, all that stuff, man. We do our thing, man, and we had a great time, man. And my wife actually sat down and watched the Lions game with me, and I appreciate that, man, because she's not a football person. She just likes to antagonize me when I'm watching it.
Yep.
Because that's what she do. Talk about when they get a home run. Girl, you know about football. Stop playing. But we had a great time, man. But I hope everyone enjoyed. Take a victory. Take it for what it's worth, man. Here's my thing. Do I think the Lions are gonna go 16-1? Absolutely not. Do I want them to go 16-1? Yeah, I want to go 16-1, but I just want them to win again. I want them to have win enough games to be the number one seed. So everything got to come through Detroit, and they're doing that right now. So, hey, if you got to work today, and hey, have a good day at work. If you don't got to work today, and you have the day off, and you chilling, man, chill with some pride.
Enjoy.
Chill with some pride today. Walk your walk. Walk into the office. Do your thing. Do your dance. And whatever you do in life, man, you know what you got to do for your man, Curt. Still, you got to boss up, ball out, and be the best version of you that you can be. For my fellas, LL Cool Jones and Coach Mike Jones, this is Curt Steele, and we will holler at you real soon.